Joining me now live on the South Shores Morning News, I have special guest, Plymouth County District Attorney Tim Cruz. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Good morning, Christine.
I wanted to get back with you and talk about a story that we covered. I can't believe it was 2 years ago.
Right.
I'm thinking of the number 5 because this is a suspect in a homicide, and the U.S. Marshals are offering $5,000 for getting to Luis Soto.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about what this guy did.
Well, back in January 31st of 2023, surveillance video shows and also witnesses' testimony indicate that Soto showed up at the Dollar Tree store in Brockton where he had prior worked. He had been terminated a couple months prior to that, showed up, saw an individual working there that used to be a friend of his, but he turned out to terminating him. Walked up to him, tried to have a conversation with him. The victim, the ultimate victim, would not have that conversation. Defendant left the store. He came back about 3 hours later with a firearm, found the victim stocking the shelves, and shot him multiple times in one aisle, and then he chased him until he shot him dead in another aisle. So we found 11 casings in one aisle and 5 in another. So there were 16 total shots. The gentleman died as a result of the injuries he sustained. Another individual was shot also by ricochet. At that point, the defendant took off in his car, went back to his home in Brockton, and left. And a couple days later, his motor vehicle was found in Newton, and he hasn't been seen since.
Now, the victim's 38-year-old Dongpin Payan of East Boston.
Right.
So how can somebody just vanish like that? Do you think he's left the country?
Well, you never know. I mean, he was born in Puerto Rico, so maybe he has access to get in and out of the states, the continental states. But I'm not sure where he's at. We haven't had any sightings. That's why it's important regarding these cold cases is that we every now and then review them and go over them so people understand that we haven't forgotten them, that this is, we have a responsibility and a duty to the victims and to the community to get a just result. And we're going to continue to look for him, and I'm thankful for the Massachusetts VFAT team from the state police in conjunction with the U.S. Marshals and the Brockton police offering this award and getting his face out back into the public.
And I say, we've got the picture. We're going to put this up online too. Caution, armed and dangerous, $5,000 award, covering stories like this over the years. It seems very often when the money is involved, that sometimes seems to open the spigot with information.
Yeah, sometimes it does, and that's not something that we do, but the marshals do that, and I'm hopeful that getting it out there, talking about it, and having some sort of information for the location and the apprehension. That's what it is. That's what the reward is for. Find actionable information that they can use to locate and arrest. It is something that will get somebody to turn him in because he is a dangerous individual. You don't do acts like he allegedly did in this building in broad daylight. Of shooting an individual that you had some minor beef with or felt insulted or whatever it is, whatever his motive was. You don't do those sort of things unless you are a dangerous individual, and he may do it again. So we need to get the word out again, and we need to make sure we get him. Now,
you said he was originally from Puerto Rico, but he was living in Brockton. Does he have family ties or friends in Brockton who know anything about his whereabouts? I'm sure what you're wondering, too.
Yeah,
right?
none that we're being told. By anybody. He virtually is in the wind at this point. His motor vehicle, like I said, was found in Newton a couple of days after the event, and where he's at, we don't know. But obviously, we continue to look, and the marshals and the Brockton police, everybody continues to look. I'm always optimistic that we're going to catch people. He's got some very significant tattoos on him, including his name on his forearm. So he's got that there. He's got a woman's name on his neck. So he does have identifiable things on his body, and we need to look for those, and I'm hopeful that we get them.
No, if people have information and maybe they're hesitant about saying their name or want to get involved, how do they phone information in or send information about the whereabouts of Luis Soto? Well,
you can certainly submit tips online via the USMS Tips app, or you can call at 1-877-WANTED-2. That's numeral 2. 1-877-WANTED-2. And you can certainly give tips and information anonymously if you desire, and we'll make sure that people don't find out who you are.
Now, if people need to get in touch with your office for anything, the Plymouth County DA's office, how do they do that?
You can always call us at 508-584-8120, and you can always go online, PlymouthDA.com.
Okay, and we'll get this information up online. We appreciate you joining us this morning again. That's Plymouth County District Attorney Tim Cruz. We've got traffic and weather right after this.